When Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods dropped in 2013 in Japan, it set groundbreaking feats. For one, it was the first Dragon Ball animated theatrical release in 17 years and gave us a new major hit story on the franchise. Its new welcome animation style and great improvement in the quality gave it favorable ratings among fans, although not as nice on critics, but whatever. The fans were happy to have something new to bring back the franchise and keep the hype going. All we'd had at the time was Dragon Ball Kai and the annual video games, where we were just reliving the same story once again. Battle of Gods gave us a new breath of fresh air and led to new, greater heights. With the success of this film, it later led to even more successful Resurrection F and all the stuff like Dragon Ball Super. This movie and Resurrection F brought back Dragon Ball in my eyes. While I enjoyed Resurrection F, I want to talk about Battle of Gods as I find it to be a far superior movie overall. And without Battle of Gods' success, Resurrection F wouldn't even happen, so let's dive right into it. After many talks, the Japanese were like, you know what, let's do this film to show the creators of Dragon Ball Evolution who's boss and how to do a movie right. So after many different talks and meetings, they were actually able to get profits from the Japanese government themselves as part of a non-profit organization. The movie, being the first Dragon Ball movie in 17 years, garnered a lot of attention from major companies in Japan and wanted to promote it quite a bit, which could be a reason for why it did so well. So the advertising was super helpful for this success, and now we have the organizing already, but now let's go to the production and planning. The main lovable antagonist of the film, Beerus, was one of the earliest concepts of the film, but he had quite a different character design than what was intended. His original concept was a lizard that had been responsible for infecting the signs with evil intents. He was later changed to Toriyama's cat with an Egyptian style to it. Super Saiyan God had different visions as well, with one apparent cape, a tail, and even something that was like Super Saiyan 3 and 4. Ultimately, all these ideas were scrapped and they went for a more simple approach. There was also apparently going to be a subplot about thieves wanting to steal the Dragon Balls, but Toriyama suggested that it be the Pilaf gang instead that does that. For once, he actually remembered something from the original Dragon Ball. What do you know? If you notice that there aren't really much fight scenes in this film, this wasn't intended to have the same fighting intensity as Z would. It actually felt like a nice combination between Z and the original Dragon Ball. There was originally a large concept like good versus evil, but if you watch the movie, this theme isn't really there. It's a tragic but positive, forward-looking story of friendship and camaraderie, and the story took shape like that, as quoted by Toriyama. Pretty much it's serious when it needs to be, but it doesn't have two sides. Rather, if you watch the movie, Beerus treats Goku somewhat like a student or a friend at the end, where they were just fighting for the sake of the planet and death like 29 minutes ago. And I think this was a great choice on Toei and Toriyama's part. A good versus evil theme would have been too generic, and this was a nice twist, plus opened up possibilities for the future at the end of the movie. Masako Nozawa, the voice actor for Japanese Goku, even stated that this was so much fun and put her back into the mood of Goku. She said it's almost as if he's living with her. Sure, she and the other voice actors had voiced for video games and stuff, but this gave her and the others something new, rather than repeating the same things over and over again. So of course the Japanese voice actors were very enthusiastic about this. The Japanese voice actors often recorded together, aside from the two new voice actors, Yamamedeta and Morita, who were Beerus and Whis, where they recorded separately and couldn't have as much interaction and chemistry, but it still turned out awesome at the end of the day. As for English, the result was similar, as the voice actors were excited to put back into the mood of their characters, and it was a nice, new fresh air of welcoming back Dragon Ball. The result of this film and its success wouldn't have been possible without the fans. Japanese critics admired this film, and the fans were very well pleased as well. American fans liked it for the most part, but the picky critics thought this, quote, didn't have enough fighting. That didn't stop this movie from being quite a success and setting goals and feats for the future to come. Another potential reason for this success was that this was the first Japanese film to be screened at IMAX digital theaters. The major countries this was released in was the US and Japan obviously, and Latin America and Spain, where the two dubs had most of their original actors reprising their roles. And of course many other countries, but these are the major ones. By Battle of Gods' 6th day of the release, it was projected to sell over 1 million tickets, which made this the fastest Japanese film to reach this milestone. It did drop during certain weekends in certain movies, but still earned about 30 million in Japan alone. And as for the US, it was the 11th highest grossing anime film released in North America, with earning 2.8 million in 8 days. So while the sequel Resurrection F gained more reception, it wouldn't be possible without the backbone of this and setting the bar for future Dragon Ball content to come. So I hope you all enjoyed my video talking about the revolution, impact, and production of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. I was rewatching the movie and I instantly thought of making a video after realizing how much this impacted the community and what a revolution this was behind the scenes and the result as well. I'd like to give a big thank you to Kanzenshuu for all the reliable info I got. Love you guys, without them this video wouldn't even be the same. I'd also like to thank FrozenParticle and AnimeAjay who inspired this type of video format. Do you guys like it? I'd like to hear everyone's input in the comments down below. But anyways guys, thanks so much for watching. Ninja out. Peace everybody.